It seems like I've been sat at this desk for an age now, and although the tuition sessions that I've been doing from here have been working really well, and thank you for all the lovely comments on those, it's no substitute for being out and about with our cameras. Unfortunately, at time of filming, it's still not possible to go out and do our regular photo walks at the moment, but the government have recently relaxed the guidelines, allowing us to travel to destinations and spend more time outside. So I thought, what better thing to make use of my time now than to go out and recce some of the photo walks that I plan to put on once all of this lockdown thing is over. And because you can't join me physically, I thought I might take you along virtually and do a bit of vlogging at some new locations and also provide a few hints and tips along the way. So I've packed my bag, the car's waiting for me outside, and today I'm planning to head to the North York Moors to have a look at a few different destinations that I'm planning to put on the Yorkshire Photo Walk schedule in the not too distant future. So if you'd like to join me, then come and have a look. I've been on the road for just over an hour and I've just reached my first destination of this recceing trip. It's a little village on the outskirts of the North York Moors called Walton. It's been on my radar for a little while now because of two specific locations. One is a ruined church and the other one is a 12th century ruined castle. So let's go and have a look. I've had a good look round both the church and the castle behind me here. They're absolutely fantastic spots and I think they'll make a brilliant historical documentary two-centre location photo walk that will hopefully happen sometime after lockdown. When you come to places like this, the sort of shots that I usually look out for are low-angled shots looking up, emphasising the scale of the buildings, and also intricate little details such as vines growing up decaying parts of the building, and in the churchyard I saw quite a few vines growing up gravestones as well, which makes for really atmospheric shots. So we will put this on the schedule and hopefully you'll be able to join me here in this location in the not too distant future. So let's hope our next location is just as good as this one. So let's continue our journey on and we'll see what else we can find. I've just arrived at my second location and I'm only just a few metres from where I've parked the car, and as you can see I've already found myself in this beautiful area of woodland. It's actually Gisborough Forest at the very top edge of the North York Moors, quite close to Middlesbrough and Saltburn by the sea. It's here where I'm planning a photo walk all about woodland photography, and also I'm promised that there's a very good prominent point a bit further up this path called Highcliffe Nab, where you get fantastic views not only of the wood but also right across to the North Sea. So on a photo walk like this we'll be looking at how you can isolate areas of woodland, because woodland areas do tend to be quite busy with lots of trees and undergrowth, as you can see behind me. So using things like paths and the lines of the trees themselves can really help to organise the composition of a woodland shot. Let's carry on up the path and see what else we can find. I've made it up to Highcliffe Nab and the views from here are absolutely spectacular, and as I was promised you can see right over to the North Sea. When you come to a location like this, it's a useful tip not to go right to the top and just shoot the whole view, because what you'll find is it just becomes a bit flat and uninspiring. Really what you need is a good focal point to add depth to the shot. That's why I've sort of come down and underneath the nab to use it to frame the shot. And I think it works really nicely. I'm going to have a little explore around this area and then I'm going to make my way back down to the woods and go to my next location. So let's go and see what we can find. I'm now right in the heart of the North York Moors National Park and I've arrived at my final destination on today's recce. You may have seen some shots of Saltburn as well whilst I've been out and about. That is somewhere that I would love to do a photo walk in the not too distant future, but the one that I'm planning for there is all about social documentary, which obviously isn't probably the best thing to do at this moment in time, so that one might have to wait until next year. But as I say, I'm at my last location of the day now, so I'm just going to have a little wander around, show you what's about, and introduce you to the final photo walk. Let's go and have a look. The moors above the quaint little village of Rosedale Abbey
may look a bit bleak on a mid-May day like today, but come August all of this will be awash with beautiful purple heather flowers. The great thing about this area in particular is there's lots of weathered trees and crosses just like the Millennium Cross behind me, which act as brilliant break-up focal points for any bleak and open landscape. For me, this is probably the most picturesque cross in the whole area, and there are quite a few. So it's why I'm hoping to do this year's Heather Moorland Photo Walk right here. If we can't do it this year because of social distancing and all this coronavirus stuff, then unfortunately I'll have to wait until next year, but it's definitely on my to-do list. Another quick landscape photography tip when you're dealing with lots of colour in your photographs is to warm your white balance. This will give you much more richness in your colours and make for much more attractive photographs. I've been to some fantastic locations today. If you've been inspired to come to them too, then check out YorkshirePhotoWalks.com, where you'll soon find our latest photo walk schedule. If you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, then please do so and hit the bell when we release a new video. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram for all of our latest news and photo walk photographs. It's time for me to hit the road home now, but thank you for watching. I'm going to leave you now with some of the photographs that I've taken today.